I decided to put this video together to be able to help my people out that's on their credit building journey, to be able to give you 8 different accounts that you'll be able to leave off this YouTube video with and automatically start using. The whole point of these accounts that I'm about to give you guys today are not only going to add history on for you, but also going to give you high limits, even if you're a beginner inside of the credit industry. So without further ado, I'm about to give you guys 8 personal lines of credit that you can go out and get ASAP. Now, see, the problem with nowadays is they say that you're not really able to get credit unless you have it. And that really just truly doesn't make sense. If I don't have credit and I'm trying to be able to show I'm responsible enough to be able to get it, and you tell me, hey, listen, well, you need credit to get credit. Well, that was my whole point of actually coming here, so I can build credit. A lot of people put themselves in this position, and this is simply because they don't have not one single primary account that is reporting on their personal credit report. And this is what we usually end up needing, but we don't know the accounts to be able to go out to that's going to actually give us that approval and report to all bureaus. That way we're on the other side of the scale that we're setting our report up for success. So let's get started with the first line of credit that will not pull a hard inquiry on your personal credit profile. All right, first account that's going to be very easy for you guys to be able to go out to. I actually promote them a lot because I use them personally and a lot of other people have used them. This is going to be actually the Tomo credit card. You see, what Tomo does, and I love about them, is not only they offer high trade limits, all the way up to $30,000 of a trade line reporting on your personal credit report. And check this out, with backdated history. I tell everybody all the time, when we're going out to apply for things, the best thing that you can ever do is get a backdated account. Simply because the backdated account says, even though I got it 30 days ago, on paper, it says I've had it for 2 years. $30,000 line for at least 2 years. Now, the main thing that you need to understand that the banks want to be able to see if you're planning on going out with a business and getting that business funded is high limits history on the personal credit report. That Tomo card is going to help you do just that. Let's move over to number 2. The next company we're going to be talking about is going to be Kiee. You simply go onto their website, and what's so beautiful about them is they might not report to all 3 bureaus. As we're standing right now, Kiee only reports to 2 bureaus when it comes to your personal credit report. We want to ultimately go out for the ones that's going to report to 3, but Kiee is definitely a good company to be able to start off with. When you go on there, you apply, you can be a person with a blank credit profile and have nothing negative, nothing positive weighing on there, and Kiee will approve you for a $500 line of credit. This is so beautiful. Now, they don't backdate the account, but you got to think about it. I'm going in and getting this approval for $500 to be able to show I'm responsible on down the line. Can't complain. And our whole goal is to be able to get as many as primary accounts on our personal credit report. That way we can ultimately be walking out the bank with more than we walked in with. Now, number 3, this is going to be something that everybody has pretty much heard of. And this is going to be the Self app. When it comes to Self, a lot of people have seen their commercials and all these type of different things on how they actually help build credit. And it seems so simple that it doesn't even work. But when you actually go into the Self app, all they require you to do is put at least a $25 payment down that you make payments each month. And the beautiful part about this is after you actually show that you're responsible to Self, they give you a Self credit card to help you build credit even more. We have to be able to first show that we're responsible before we're actually able to go out and get these high limit approvals like $15,000 and $50,000. We have to be able to show we're responsible. And accounts like Self, Kiee, Tomo are going to really be able to help us out. 4th account we're going to talk about today is going to be Credit Strong. Now, Credit Strong is a very big company, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly why. I have not been able to find not one company yet that helps you build personal and business credit. And here's the bonus part. They have terms and agreements. So let's say that I go on to Credit Strong. I sign up for their $99 plan on the personal side that reports a $2,500 trade line. The beautiful part about this is they set up the term for you. And let's say I have a 12-month term that I set up to pay a $99 payment. Check this out. At the end of the terms, you get all your money back. So I say this is basically a way to be able to build personal credit for free. Because think about it, you're investing the $99, but at the end of the month, you get the sum total of what you actually paid, what you spent to be able to build that personal credit score up with Credit Strong. The one thing I want you guys to remember inside of this video, the higher the limits that you have, the higher the approvals you actually go out and get. So if I decide to go to Credit Strong and I decide to start off with their $2,500 line of credit, well then cool. This is all I can afford right now, but I have a high limit or somewhat of a high limit actually reporting to my personal credit bureaus. But if I want to be able to go out and get the highest tier approvals, I better be making sure that I sign up for that $10,000 a month trade line. It's going to put me in a better position. All right, so the fifth account that you're actually going to be able to go out and get, that's going to be very easy. For those of you who still paying rent inside of here and you think it's reporting to the bureaus, it's not. The truth is, you see mortgages, you see card notes, all these type of different things that report to your credit, but your rent unfortunately doesn't. But there's a possible way that you can get this done with backdated accounts. And this is going to be rent reporters. If you're paying rent, all you simply do is go on rent reporters and you type in your lease information, you submit it. It literally takes about 15 minutes to go through, fill out the application. You submit a little bit of your information when it comes to your apartment, exactly what type of rent you pay, how much. And what they do is they take your rent and backdate it by 2 years. So maybe I'm somebody that actually has just got my lease, right? I've only been tied to my lease for 3 months. The beautiful part about this is now when rent reporters starts to report to the bureaus, it is now adding on history and high limits. This is what we ultimately want. So if you're somebody paying rent inside of here and it's not reporting, make sure you go check out rent reporters. I will have the link to the description to all these accounts down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. That way you'll be able to see your boy every single day. Number 6, and you guys best believe I saved the best for last. This is actually going to be Ava. You see, when we go on a site like Ava, not only do they provide high limits for you, it's very easy to be able to go inside and get yourself an approval with Ava, even if you have challenging personal credit. You want to make sure that you have a couple of components though that are not on your personal credit report when you're going out and applying for these different primary accounts. But see, what are those things? Well, I need you guys to write this down. We want to make sure that we actually don't have things like repossessions, closed accounts, a lot of recent inquiries, or something like a bankruptcy, or anything of those natures before we actually going out and applying for these things to make sure we actually get the approval. But Ava is going to be actually the account that you can go out to and get at least up to $5,000 easily from them reporting to all 3 bureaus for you. Now, the best thing that you can ever do inside of this world is actually every single account you get on the business side and personal, you want to make sure it's the 3-in-1 rule. 3-in-1 rule says, hey, listen, I'm going to go to one company that reports to all 3 bureaus. That way I'm building all at once and I don't have to go all of these separate this, and this company. You're moving too fast. So let's go to the 7 account. All right, 7 account is actually going to be the Petals credit card. Now, a lot of people have actually heard about this credit card and you guys know that it's an easy approval to be able to actually go out and get, especially for my people that are just now on their route up. You're on that phase of just building. You're just now getting out of college. You're trying to be able to understand credit a little bit better. And you want somebody to actually give you high limits, right? You don't want to be walking out really truly with a $200 limit. You want to be walking out with limits like at least $1,000, $2,000, something to get you started to show that you're actually responsible. And see, that's where the Pedal credit card comes in at. Easy approval. You simply go on their website. And once again, I will have these inside the description for everybody of all 8 cards that you can literally go out and make sure you apply for. Now, let's get to the last one. Now, I saved the best one for last, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. The 8th primary line that you'll actually be able to go out and get that's going to give you the highest limit inside of this video is actually going to be UNU. Now, with UNU, you simply go on the website. When you're filling out the information, it doesn't take long and you're able to get up to a $15,000 line of credit with UNU. Very easy to be able to actually go. See, when it comes to building personal credit, we have to be able to honestly start somewhere. And all these 8 primary cards that I have gave out today are actually able to be able to catapult you off to actually getting your credit score to where you want it to be at. Now, if you're somebody that wants to be able to take these primary lines and actually go over to the business side and do the exact same thing, I made this video for you right here to be able to show you exactly how to do that.